Yes, good morning. It is a new day, new opportunities within the market, and we 7 Principles FX team, we are doing real great. And as normal as usual, today we are here just to share our watch list, what we have today on board, what are we looking for. So today we have two pair, that is Euro Swiss and dollar vs South African rand, and they're really shaping nicely as I said before. So as you can see, the Euro Swiss, now it is at the top of the structure, and we formed this double top pattern as you can see here, and the price moved impulsive with the low of 3. We have this structure 1, 2, 3. We expect to have the first touch here around this area, really shaping nicely, but see now what is happening. Let me zoom in so that we can have a very clean price action. Yes, as I zoom in, you can find that we have this week here around the top, so we have something to fill first before the drop. So we are going to see how the market will develop, and if we can get mass psychology then back in, then it is going to be a high probability setup to move to the downside. So let's us jump to H1 to see what we really have. In H1 time frame, the price is shaping nicely, you see. So what am I expecting here around this area is as follows. With this steep correction, we expect it to move to the upside, because you can see that we had that impulse, but it is not that much strong impulse like this. If we had this strong impulse, then we could wait for the tight correction or any other flat correction before dropping, but we can see that this was not that much strong impulse. So we expect this price to correct back to this area, and it can form an ascending channel with 1, 2, 3. So we look for the reversal candles, 1 hour retracement candle. Also it is valid. If we can get that one, then it is a good risk entry to drop with to the downside. The minimum TP should be here around the structure 4.93%. See, it is really awesome. The stop loss always we put it above the structure. See, so this is the first scenario that I am looking in the dollar Swiss, but also I'm looking for another scenario for a reduced risk entry. If I can get the strong impulse like this, then I'm waiting for any other flat correction or tight correction, then it will be valid and high probable. Then I'm pressing my pending order just below the flag, then I'm waiting for the price to trigger me in. Why pending order? Because we believe that you can take the trade at the current price. Maybe it is here, the price action. You can find that the price will keep going, then triggered out with a loss, then later it moves, because we don't know when, at what time the market is going to play, or it is going to commit to move impulsively. So that's why we put the pending order. If the price then kicks in with a strong impulse, then I'll be triggered in automatically, because impulse correction impulse. So no worry, I'm putting my order at the pending order so that I can be more safe, because the price I say that you can take it at the current price and keep correcting, then you take unnecessary losses. We normally protect our capital, that's why. Then another scenario, it is I'm looking for the mass psychology. If the price will break this top, then correct it here, then I will wait to see if I can get that impulse, then correction here. It will be also a good entry to take to the downside. But just something to remind you, there is this setup that I'm looking, but also there is this setup. You can see that two different setups, though the same message. This is it that the correction have appeared or has formed above the ray lines. Also it can be high probability setup to take, and it can play, but I'm not taking this frequently because you can find that the price can move impulse, correct, then impulse, then it develop like a big flag, then move up taking unnecessary loss. That's why I'm waiting for the price, and I'm happy to take this setup because the price now has break this lay and it has returned back to the pattern, then it is correcting below this ray line. Then this is a high probability setup that I always do. So this is how I'm looking this euro risk. The next one, as I said, it is dollar ZAR. Then let us jump to dollar ZAR then to see how it is also developing. This is dollar vs South African rand, also high probability trade that we are looking. Let us now jump to the daily time frame because daily is what now determines our overall movement. Yes, this is daily and it is looking little nicely. Let us see first what has happened in the past. Yes, in the past you can see that the price was moving very impressive to the downside. Let us zoom out. See, this is very impressive move like this. There within we have correction, impulse, correction, impulse. Now we are forming another correction. Yes, we have also to know the zones. You see, this was a green zone, high probable zone. This was all green zone, and this one was amber zone. Then we had the red zone. You see, so we have 3 zones. But what is happening in the red zone? Now we have this shorter term trade to take because you can see that this is impulse, correction, impulse. This is correction, bear flag forming here. Very good bear flag. We have 1, 2. Then anticipate for this to take here. I mean to have a short term long position before longer term holding the wrong position, because as I said that we have the zones. But if you zoom out, you have also this ascending pattern, the outer structure. So with these zones also we can have the general zones of this, the outer structure like this. So because it has broken the structure, now we are looking for this to fulfill the 90% rule here below. So it is incredible opportunity, but before dropping to these levels, this level, then we anticipate shorter term positions to take. So for this week on, then we anticipate for the long position, because see now how the flag is. Let me show you. It is very high probability flag which is developing around this area. Then as I said, this is bear flag. You can see how it forms. There below we have also 1, we have 1, 2. You see, this is a middle section, and if the pattern has a middle section, then it has high probability to play. That's why we can say that we expect the long position in this week in dollar ZAR. Yes, let's jump in H1 to see what is really happening. In lower time frame, you can find that we have very nice descending channel like this, very nice descending channel like this. Now what we expect is for this price to move, sorry, let me remove this, to move first to the downside to form override here, double bottom formation. Then if it catches people in the wrong side, then back in, we are happy to take this trade as a reduced risk entry to the upside like this, up. You see, so very nice opportunity. Then stop loss just below this structure, 3.86% to bank. this is the first position, the first way to take this dollar. Then the second scenario that I'm looking is to take the risk entry. How now? Then the rule of 3, it is where now kicks in. So when the price will move and create the structure just at the bottom of the structure, here at the double bottom, maybe if the price will move like this, then it is creating a little nice structure like this. Sorry. Yes, if I will have this structure, then I'm happy to take the risk entry. Why? The rule of 3 kicks in. If you want to know the rule of 3, just join our community. You will know the rule of 3. And the good enough it is that we have the webinar at the Saturday. So if the price will move here with this clean structure, then I'm happy to take the risk entry at the bottom of this pattern here. So I'll set my entry here, the risk entry, and moving it above. Yes, this way. So very high probable setup that we are looking within the community. So thank you for this video, just for tuning in. And as I said, that we have the free webinar Saturday, just to show people how we view the market and to tell them the secrets of the market, because we have many traders in the market, but few are successful because of the strategies. How are you successful to be determined by what strategy are you using, because there are some strategies that hindering your success. So that's why we have prepared this free webinar, just to show you how you can maximize your potential and capping down your risk. So have an incredible day. Thank you for tuning in.